I'm just walking out of A Quiet Place day one, and I am so happy to say that I love the first two movies. And this is going to be a non-spoiler first reaction, first impression, but this one is right there on par with those first two. I was a little worried because it's a John Krasinski franchise. Like, he created, wrote, directed the first two, starred in the first two. It felt so personal and so much like a family affair for him to make it with his wife, and like all of it felt so deeply personal. And that's what I love about it. It's a very personal horror story, and I was so worried until I found out the director of Pig was going to be taking this on, and then I was like, you know, if it's going to expand out into a universe, if it's going to have different visions on it, then yeah, the guy that made Pig made a beautifully intimate story out of something I never thought I'd care about, and I am very happy to report this is so personal and wonderful and so human and connected, and the way the tension builds. There's such an array of ticking clocks in this film, whether it's Lupita Nyong'o's character sickness, or a certain instability and emotionality to Joseph Quinn's character, or the cat, or any number of things that add to the already insane world of A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is, the first two are kind of this Boy Scout mission of these rules and this structure and this terror to go through. This one doesn't yet have those rules or structure. It's developing into that. And usually prequels, there's an element of, you know, we don't know why to care because we know who makes it. But this is an array of new characters, and it's building from the action element of it. Like, what happens the first day? How do you develop these skills? How do you learn? How do you adapt? And I love the first two for showing us just how loud we are and how much we use noise, and how both of those weaponize silence in this really wonderful way. And this one does it with the comparison of the before. It comes from our world and connects us into this world of silence. And it's so wonderful. I saw it in Dolby, highly recommend seeing it in Dolby, because it puts you in such a full world. It envelops you into this place where every sound is terrifying. Everything shakes you because you realize that could be your last moment. The jump scares absolutely work, but what works even better is the rooted fear in your bones of anything you're unprepared for in an audio way, and how everything can be the last moment you live. I was so, my bones hurt. I was so in, and I'm so happy that it was so good. And Joseph Quinn, you know, we only really know him from Stranger Things so far. He's going to be our Human Torch. It is so good to see how connected and vulnerable and powerful his just eyes are. Like, this is a guy who doesn't get a lot of dialogue. It's a very silent movie, and the moments you connect with him are just so powerful. And I mean, Lupita Nyongo, she's always incredible. And then this is, you know, quite the different film from Pig, and what a beautiful first foray into a much bigger genre. What a spectacle. This movie was so special. I would see it in IMAX or Dolby. I would see it as big and as loud. There's plenty of sound design, even though it's, you know, A Quiet Place. It is, I'm so tired. I was so emotionally invested. That cat is as a cat dad, whew, what a movie that was for me. Check out A Quiet Place day one. I'm so happy. It was so good.